Yes, yes, sure. Welcome back. This is still tea time, and of course, the squad is still here. But you can join the conversation on 090-9840-8408, 090-9840-8408. All right, so I'm moving on to the next story. Idibia has boasted. I won't call it a boast though, has boasted about a choice of seats on a plane. She took to Instagram to explain why she chose first class seats on an aircraft. She wrote, "This is so true. Gosh, whenever I think of traveling economic, it isn't an option. And that's not pride, more like drive. So I begin to plan, balance I always cut my coat according to my size. But nah, my mindset never gonna be economy. Make I remain here till I earn it. Private first, biz class or nada." And yes, so let me what's funny? Okay, so there was a video, so people didn't get it. People thought she just came out to just write that on a story. So there was a video where someone was all this motivation. You know, these are motivational speakers now, where somebody was saying that if you have been on a first class before, walking past those seats, you know, those are the first seats you see. You see first class, you see business, then before you now get to the back, it will be hard for you to imagine you've done first class. Maybe you're working with a company that used to fly first class, and every time you had to travel, it was first class. Then you come back, and then maybe you change jobs, and they fly regular. Do you understand? And then you get on it. You'd be like, nah, I want to go back to first class. So even when they give you the money for the economy, right, you're probably going to have your own money, because that is the type of lifestyle you're used to. And you can't blame such a person as long as you can afford it. As long as you're not going out of your way. As long as you're not beginning to reduce the important things in your life so that you can make up for a certain... Because who cares? We're going to all get to the same destination.
Of course.
Exactly. You get what I mean?
We all have a certain end.
So whether you're in first class, but I get the mindset. And it's actually a state of mind that I actually put myself into.
It's a beautiful.
Yeah. The things that I cannot bring myself to not do or to do anymore. Like, I probably wouldn't bring myself, unless maybe it is very desperate times that require desperate measures, right? But if it's not the case, I don't think I would want to do certain things. And I think it applies to all of us. I think there's certain friends we cannot even chill with anymore. There's still people we know, there's still acquaintances, we still call them up on the phone, we still check up on them. But would you go and sit with them?
That's quite different, though. I don't think that's nice. If you say there are certain friends you can't chill with.
Of course.
Why?
I'll say it.
Yes, because there are people that affect the way you think. If I have friends,
bad, why were you friends in the first place?
Maybe before I grew up. Break it down.
Let me put it this way. I'll use myself as an example. I have friends that I can't sit down with anymore. It's not because I don't want to sit down with them. It's because our level of reasoning is different.
Yes.
You get, when I got into the media space, before I did, I had some friends, and then I got into the media space, and all the people I knew to see were the Wizkid, Wande Cool, Don Jazzy back in the day. You get, so when I go back home, because it's always during the week, and then when I go back home, they're talking about other stuff, and this is my reality. And then I say, oh, Wizkid came to do blah blah. This was the.
They can't relate. Okay.
And I'm like, oh, Steven is proud now. You get, and I didn't want that kind of energy for myself. You know, I moved. So if you have friends that are growing and you were growing, cool.
That's cool.
But when they are not growing and you far
if you listen to how I even said it, I said it's not like I still don't know them, but they are now acquaintances. I removed the word friend.
Word.
Do you get what I mean? I stopped calling them friend, and they're now acquainted. They're people that I know and people that I'll probably still reach out to. But you're no longer my friend. Do you know how deep that word is, calling somebody your friend?
I'm my guy. Comfort is key.
Exactly.
See, if you can afford it,
please
go for it. See, a friend
I don't get why she's getting dragged.
No, it's poverty mentality.
Exactly.
You understand? If you don't chop life,
you understand.
Bro, that's why you see a lot of people when they are rich and then they go broke, they almost want to commit suicide, or they don't want people to see them, because it's a phase of life that you can get almost anything you want. It is crazy, bro. You don't fly now. You don't sit down for, well, I've never done first class, but I've done business class. Bro, the food is different.
Of course.
Everything is different.
They serve you first, you leave the flight first.
They don't even serve you. It's right there. Take what you want.
It's not.
No, I think it gets to a particular stage where you get to in your life that things have to change. Okay, so I have a friend, She's an influencer now. I don't want to mention her name. Before she became an influencer, she used to hop buses. We used to do internship together at a particular media station like about 3 years ago. And she used to hop buses and all of that, and you know. But now she's like, babe, there is no way I can enter a Danfo bus, and it's not pride. It's just that her level has changed. Yes. She has her car now in Mercedes. She cannot enter a Danfo. And that's just fact. It's not pride, it's just fact. And people that don't understand that level of reasoning will say it's pride. Yeah. But it's not pride, it's just what it is.
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yes, it is. I don't think it's pride. I think a lot of people should just, learn how to be in your own level. Yeah. Now that's the level she's got into.
Exactly.
There's a difference between pride and growth.
Yeah.
So she's grown way ahead of your league. Exactly. Doesn't mean she's proud.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like I would fly economy. Of course I would, because I can't afford the first class. And if I really want to afford the first class, then I'm going to have to cut off a lot of things.
Work harder.
Do you get what I mean? I want twice as hard to fly first class. But if I have to inconvenience myself in such a manner, then why won't I just go the normal way? And let's think about it. We've seen a lot of celebrities that they've had to jump Okadas. I've seen who was it? Was it Pretty Mike when he was going to Oba for Opikubana? Oba went on Okada on a motorcycle to get to the airport because of the traffic situation. This guy packed a Lamborghini in his house, or he packed a Lamborghini on the road, and he went on a motorcycle. So desperate time required desperate. Imagine she doesn't find a first class ticket and she has to go for to a movie set. Won't she fly? She would, of course. So it's just the state of mind that you have chosen to put yourself in. And I think if you put yourself in that level, that's the only way you can get to where you want to be, because you see yourself in a certain place and live according to how you see yourself. Whether you call me proud, whether you call it pride, that's your business. I know where I'm going. Anyways, let's move on to the next story. Grammy-winning Nigerian superstar Wizkid was captured in a video saying that he wants to see everybody win. He also noted that it looks good for Nigerians. He said, people haven't seen us show each other love, which is so true. There's actually unity. These guys are actually cool. We're all friends. We're all family. We all love each other. I want to see everybody win, and I'm sure everybody feels the same about us. No matter how bad we feel about each other, we still want to see each other win. So we have to show the fans in the videos, collaborations and shows. It's very important, man. It's important for our people at home safe. All those people fighting genocide who want to kill themselves, and all of that. I think Wizkid is actually about the more love, less ego.
Yeah. President Wizkid has spoken.
More love, less ego. And you can't help but notice the way he's with almost everybody now that he's in Lagos. He's not saying I'm a superstar. I sold out the O2. He's still chilling with the regular guys. Do you understand? 3 days back to back. That's not a small feat.
It's not.
If he was some people that we know, they will be.
Bro, don't go far.
They will be. Some people. No. I actually want to throw a subtle shade to some giants. Yeah. Do you understand? They change their names to giants of so place.
But then they say they are giants in their pockets.
But Nima won't like that.
I'm not smiling right now.
She's a bonnet
We didn't mention anything.
But we all know that we are burning a table. We're not shaking it. So imagine Wizkid would have changed his name to Giant Wiz.
Well, he changed his name to
Big Wiz.
Big Wigs.
Big Wiz.
Big Wiz.
But we not agree. We still got Wiz.
He's done so much. He's done so much for the industry, and it gives me joy that Wizkid says certain things and people take it seriously. It shows that he understands his craft and he knows how to mind his business. He only speaks when it is important. He speaks.
That's the power of saying less.
You get, and then after he said this, we started seeing videos of him reconciling with. Obviously, I didn't know if there was a problem, so reconciling wouldn't be the word to use. We saw him hugging in the club and sharing positive energy. I think, it's good, even as human, even without the music business or whatever. As human, the good book says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So I think that works, and him speaking and saying things like this now will only help you know, other artists to begin to show love and help the younger artists to get better in their craft and doing several collaborations. And stop charging heavy fee for collaborations.
If you also think about it, Wizkid, you know, when he was in his prime, he had a song with almost everybody. He's still in his prime. It was when he was. Wizkid, when he started off though, he did a song where he was on every chorus. You remember those days with Jesse Jacks,
Links,
Links, everybody had a song with Wizkid. And I think that's the same love is beginning to show a lot of people. And I think that brings us back to the, what's it called now? Davido and Wizkid collaboration. We would love to see that.
Made in Lagos had the likes of Bella Shmurda. We had in the studio now.
Bella he didn't make it to the album though.
Oh, okay. Like we saw him in the studio in an apartment, mobile studio working. It had who else was on the album? All them young boys. You know, he worked with a couple of young boys, which is okay because you're helping them grow, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Now, these are two giants coming on the ship.
It's for the unity. It's about seeing Africans win.
Yes,
I want to see a Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid, and Shatta Wale on a song. How about that?
I don't want to see that one. No.
Why? Do you want to see? It's African. It's bringing. I want to see Sarkodie and.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they are coming to sing for a cause, yes, I'll subscribe to it.
No, why are you all about the cause? Why can't we just listen to good music? Because Shatta Wale and Burna Boy.
Because the only time I've seen a lot of great stars come to do a song together is probably for a cause. We Are the World, it was for a cause.
No, that was a collection of like a lot of people. We're talking about 3 people, 2 people.
There are a lot already. They represent continents. Yeah, back in the day, it used to be, how I call it, it used to be a lot of people that represent. But these days, it's just, I mean, if a Wizkid comes out now, they say, oh, that Nigerian guy, he's representing everybody already. So times have changed.
So it has to be
and I think that's exactly what Wizkid is saying, that we should represent the continents and not our individual countries.
I think I'll take it from the part where he said everybody can win and everybody should be able to win. Like, that's what he implied. And I think even moving from the music industry, I think we should also take it to our normal daily lives, because I see people trying to put other people down just to elevate themselves. I think that's a very stupid way to get to the top, and you can't stay there for long, because you put someone else down deliberately just to put yourself up. Because sometimes I get that deliberate is actually a very important word. Sometimes that things just happen and now that person has to go and then you're in that position. That's fine. But when you're deliberately orchestrating the person's downfall for your elevation, just know that will not last for long. You're there for a limited time and you're going to still go down.
But if an opportunity should arise, please take it.
Take it, of course.